Please welcome to the ring now from Brazil, Raphael Zumbano, Lord.
It's all about Anthony Joshua and how he performs. The smile, as always, so relaxed, so cool, loves what he does.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, AJ Anthony Joshua!
AJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Sport proudly present 8 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. We're sponsored by 888 Sport, Scott's Menswear, StubHub, and WeBuy, AnyHealth.com. And a very warm welcome to our viewers joining us live here on Sky Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the great city of Birmingham! Our official supervisor from the British Boxing Board of Control is Mr. Dave Brown, and timekeeper at the bell is Mr. Martin Fallon. When the action begins and the bell rings, the man in charge is Mr. Phil Edwards of Preston, England. And now, ladies and gentlemen, up and away we go. Introducing to you, fighting out of the red corner wearing the black trunks, ring with pink weight in his 16 stone 2 pounds, 47 fight record, 36 wins, 29 inside the scheduled distance. 10 losses and 1 draw, comes to the ring as the reigning Brazilian and South American heavyweight champion from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Please welcome Raphael Zumbano. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Fighting out of the blue corner wearing a white trunks trimmed with red and black. He weighed in at 17 stone and 10 pounds with a perfect professional record. 11 contests, 11 wins, all inside the scheduled distance. He comes to the ring undefeated as the Olympic gold medalist, 2-time ABA champion, a member of the British Empire, and the reigning WBC International Heavyweight Champion from Watford, England, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Joshua! So let's get the action underway then. 8 rounds in the heavyweight division.
Heavy expectations. Fight number 12 for Anthony Joshua, MBE.
You know what I expect of you both. Keep your punches on the target area. Watch your heads in close. And remember, defend yourselves at all time. Good luck.
What a Brazilian Raphael Zumbano love. Almost 50 fights in his 10-year career. Can be dangerous early, can be stopped. Looks a level below. Can he provide rounds before Joshua's next challenge penned in for May the 30th? American Kevin Johnson's ringside here tonight. And he is ready for 3 weeks' time. So a tool sharpener for Joshua, unless the unthinkable happens, however unlikely that may be. He's back from a stress fracture, Joshua, which kept him out for 5 months. He got a 3-round win over Jason Gavin in Newcastle. You were, of course, there, Glenn, and he looked as good as ever.
Yeah, he looked as good as ever. I'm a little bit worried that he starts to do a little bit too much of the muscle building, because he's a little bit stiffer than usual, but that's maybe why they want to give him another little workout, just to get loose, to get those punches flowing again.
That powerful jab, such a weapon for a heavyweight. Arguably Lennox Lewis's best punch, Larry Holmes too. And you remember Larry Holmes watching Joshua in London when he was over, body shot, and a right hand there from Joshua. He looks so powerful and flexible too.
Yeah, but I hope they still keep working on that looseness, you know, which I think he needs, which Lennox had. Frank Bruno much musclier build, and it looks like, you know, he is getting very, very powerful.
Sort of laboured jab being attempted by Zumbano Love. Tentative, and there's the right hand of Joshua, almost driving through the defence.
Well, I'm not sure why Zumbano's added the name Love. I don't think that's going to get him anywhere in this fight.
Just can't get into it at all. Body shot from Joshua. He's doing as he pleased. And he's rattling in hooks from either side here in Birmingham. Good defence. No chinks in the armour yet at all, Glenn.
No, he looks very, very relaxed. He's gonna need to be a little bit more tighter and sharper when he fights Johnson. He's going to have to be more aware, but I think he's coming as relatively casual. let's hope not too casual.
Yeah, much tougher tests lie ahead. Kevin Johnson in 3 weeks' time, former world title challenger. Very tough. And the question there will be, will Joshua be able to get rid of him early, or will he take him the distance? It doesn't look like this guy, Zumbano Love, has got anything to fend Joshua off. Not on what we've seen so far. Can he do it inside a round? No urgency, very relaxed, taking his time. And just misses there.
From the Brazilian.
Watford's ever so popular 6'6" heavyweight Anthony Joshua, 25 years old, 4 first-round wins so far. He's had 5 inside 2. This is the favoured session so far in his pro career, which began in October 2013. Manuel Leo was the first one. He's beaten Paul Butlin, people like Matt Skelton, Dennis Backtoff, Michael Sprott. Now Raphael Zumbano Love in front of him. 29 knockouts himself in his favour, but he hasn't landed anything yet. Looks slow, ponderous, doesn't he, at 34, Zumbano.
Yeah, he just pours the punches out. I'm not even sure where he'd get that knockout power from, because
jab just snapping his head back, and the combination, he nods, but he's already starting to come apart. He did go 12 with Shannon Briggs, but Shannon Briggs a shell of the fighter he once was, and a right hand lays him out, beautifully timed by Anthony Joshua, and the count's at 8. This is done and dusted. It is his 6th second-round win, and his 12th straight victory in all. AJ lights up Birmingham, and he's done it in many other cities around the UK, and I'm sure he'll do it in many more.
yeah, he will. It was a bit of a hang to nothing, if I'm honest, though, because he didn't really beat anything that was in front of him. There was no real challenge there, and I'm sure he would have had tougher sparring sessions. So what that's given him, maybe it's loosened the back out a little bit, but it hasn't done much more for him, if I'm honest.
Yep, over that injury, that back injury, it looks like got that 3 rounds with Jason Gavin. That was one of the most dramatic knockouts yet in the Joshua story. One single shot, boom.
Yeah,
remember Lennox Lewis doing a few of those?
Yeah, you know, lovely right hands. I mean, he can only beat who's in front of him. It was never expected to be, you know, any sort of real test for Joshua. You know, he's got bigger fish to fry later in the month. This was a bit of a workout, but I'm not really sure what it showed us or give us, or if it helped him at all.
I think it's to get his name, his face, his style shown around.
Well, I think we're gonna see that a lot more, aren't we? I think we're gonna get used to seeing Anthony Joshua do that to opponents. He is very good, and you know, he could do that with anybody, if I'm honest.
Nothing wrong with keeping him busy, though.
No, definitely not. I mean, you know, you've got to, you know, the problem is that they're going to struggle to come up with opponents for Joshua, because he is a formidable force. But sooner or later, we need to see him tested. Whether that's going to be Kevin Johnson, I don't know. He certainly is talking a good fight.
He's here, Kevin Johnson. I wonder what he thought of that. 12-0 for Anthony Joshua.
Ladies and gentlemen, timekeeper Martin Fallon recorded a time of 1 minute and 21 seconds of the second round. On a count out, your winner, and still undefeated, taking that perfect record to 12 contests with 12 wins, with 12 knockouts. It's Anthony Joshua!
Is the apprenticeship coming to an end? Kevin Johnson awaits at the end of May. They'll be talking possibly, you know, the likes of David Price, Derek Chisora, eventually Tyson Fury. Are we over stage 1?
Yes, most definitely. I think, you know, that sort of level of opponent, journeyman, you know, he handles them with absolute ease. So now we need to get competitive fights. We need to see what he can do, and he needs to learn.
Let's get over to Andy Scott, who's surrounded by Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn and Kevin Johnson.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. I feel like a bit of a borrower here, to be honest. But AJ, 12 straight win, albeit against limited opposition. What did you take from the whole experience?
The fight's one thing, preparation was real good. It's all about learning, you know what I mean? 12 fights in now. What can I say? I mainly wanted to come out here. This is the last arena I had to tick off the list because we've gone right the way around England. And Birmingham was lively. I just wanted to put on a great show, so thanks everyone for coming out.
Do you think that marks the first chapter of your career, your apprenticeship? Do you now feel it's onto bigger and better and tougher matches?
For me, I don't know how long the first chapter will be, but you know, I'm with Eddie, great promoter, my trainers, people that are managing my career. They'll be able to advise me more on that, but how I'm feeling personally, I'm feeling a bit more confident every fight that goes on. You know, I'm fighting this man across from me in a couple of weeks, so another little step up. I'm looking forward to it, getting the rounds in once again.
You looked totally relaxed tonight, and I know there wasn't too much coming back from Zumbano, love, but was that because you did have one eye on Kevin Johnson?
No, I didn't know who was in the arena until one of the security just told me now, because you know, you got to keep your eye on the prize. I don't want to look too far ahead, but these are basic things that you're taught in the boxing gym. Shoulders relaxed, a little bit of head movement. You got to flow. This ain't a 2-round sport, even though the rounds are going 1, 2, and 3. I'm training for 10 rounds, you know what I mean? So I can't go in there expecting to bomb everyone out straight away. So that's why I was real relaxed in case we went the distance.
You haven't been past the 3-round marker. Are you confident that you've got the stamina and the experience now to tackle someone like Kevin?
Most definitely. What will be, will be. He's trained hard. He's had a lot of notice. I've trained since I ever started boxing, so it's not like I put my foot on the gas as soon as I hear I've got an opponent. So I'm fit. I'm always getting stronger. Whether me and Kevin go 10 rounds, whether we go 8, whether we go 6, 4, or 2, it doesn't really bother me. It's a good fight, and as long as we put on a good show, I'll be happy.
He'll have his say in a minute, but have you got a message for him?
Good luck.
Come to promoter Eddie Hearn first. He's got a big smile on his face. People are going to look at that match on paper tonight and pick holes in it. Are you confident that you've guided Anthony to the correct position to fight someone like Kevin?
Of course, you can pick holes in it all day long. You know, Raphael, Zumbano, Love just went 10 rounds with WBO number 2, Charles Martin, IBF number 5. He went 8 rounds with Eric Molina, WBC number 10. He went 12 rounds with Shannon Briggs 10 months ago. You know, you're not going to stand up to this guy. And you know, the development's over. Now it's time for the real test. And a guy to my left of me who's been training for a long time for this fight. Very experienced, never been stopped. Made a 30 of his a huge card. And really the first real test for Anthony Joshua. I know this man fancies his chances.
I'll bring him in now. Kevin, tell everyone here and everyone watching on TV why you think you can beat Anthony Joshua.
Oh, that would make, I'm going to beat the guy. I just look forward to being the guy that stops him. I don't beat a lot of people that said they wasn't going to get beat. And I'm definitely going to get him. Definitely going to get him.
Have you seen anything tonight, or having watched him on tape in the past, that you think you can exploit?
Say again?
Have you seen anything tonight or anything in the past that you think you can exploit?
I already got the antidote. I got the antidote for this. I don't watch tapes. I don't need to study tapes. What I got is what I got. And I know exactly what I need to do to stop this guy. I don't want to go the distance. It's not going to go 10. It's not going to go 8. It's not going to do none of that. It's going to be a stoppage. It's going to be the meanest fight anybody has seen. The meanest.
This is just a small window into the atmosphere that's going to greet you in London on May 30th. I know you've boxed all over the world in big atmospheres before, but do you think that you can be the first man to beat Anthony Joshua?
It's easy. It's going to be very easy, because the one thing I never had to do it, I got it now.
Just give the last word to Anthony. What's going to happen on May 30th?
2 fighters that are hungry, that believe that they're going to put a show on, get the stoppage, are going to come out, and we're going to clash. May the best man win, but I'm sure everyone in here knows who the best man is out of me and him. That's easy work for me.
Good luck to both of you.
Ooh. That's a little spicy, wasn't it? It was, and I was looking at Anthony Joshua, and he still had his gloves on while Johnson was saying that type of stuff. Man got on the side. Listen, they're selling a fight, they're doing a job, but Kevin Johnson actually probably believes that, and that's what will make it for a very interesting fight. It's the biggest test so far of Joshua's career, and he has to work out the KGO Pro.
A lot of people haven't seen behind, and Anthony Joshua behind the scenes. He's a very hungry
at times nice, spiteful sort of fighter. So he has serious intentions for this fella here. He does, and it's teeing up nicely, and we're looking at this now, and you know, the head to head, he's Ian Johnson, he means business. And so Anthony Joshua's just fought. He's obviously still fired up, but he handled that very well there. You know, he kept his cool, he kept his calm, and you know, he's still trying to be as nice as he can about it, and as diplomatic as he can about it. Made the best man win, but the crowd know the best man he is.
Listen to the crowd. Let's not forget about the performance just before that little encounter from Zumbano. Joshua Anthony looked like he was pulling the shots, wanted to try and stretch the rounds out a little bit, didn't it?
Little bit, and looking at Love, it was sort of, it was hard to fathom him out a little bit and to figure him out, whether he was actually, you know, blocking, waiting for the big overhand swing or for the big bomb to come. He was flicking a lot of lazy jabs out, and the lazy jab was worrying me on his behalf because it's so easy to counter, especially with the right hands that Anthony Joshua throws, like that one there. But every time Zumbano Love would just let this little lazy jab go, and that right hand from Joshua all the time kept coming. And I heard Joshua's calling at the end of the first round saying, don't let that lazy jab come out anymore, punish you, counter over the top. And in the end, I think that was the shot that done it. You know, it was a lovely, lovely right hand over a lazy jab, which has put him out, and he was gone. You know, you can't throw lazy jabs against someone like Anthony Joshua. And by lazy jab, I mean, you know it yourself. You know, you're not throwing it to sting. You're not throwing it to set nothing up. You're just throwing it just to look busy, or just to upset the opponent or offset the opponent. And you can't throw them with someone that punches like Anthony Joshua.
I actually don't think Anthony Joshua was going for the knockout.
Possibly not, you're right.
But sometimes he's stronger than he actually realises himself.
That's what I was trying to say before.